Hey everybody, welcome back to Heart Breathings. I am so excited to show you how I plan a typical week in my Traveler's Notebook and Hobonichi. Here I am pulling out the Traveler's Notebook, and then in the very back is where I have my Hobonichi Techo cousin, which is the A5 size. I've covered it with a pretty floral paper, but I've also got my stencils that I use. One is a Hobonichi stencil and the other is just one I got from Michael's. I've got my Erin dual tip markers, a Pigma Micron 01, which is one of my favorite pens to use. And then I have the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, which I'm not very good at brush lettering, sadly, but I do like to use it for highlights and accents. Then I picked up 3 different washies that I'm going to use, 2 black and white and one that just is kind of like a pink color that seemed to match the stickers I'm using. And I've got embroidery scissors that I love. And then this sticker set I actually got from Tuesday Morning for 99 cents, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use these colors this week. So I've got my weekly spread there, but I'm not going to start there. When I start planning my week, I actually start with the Saturday and Sunday daily pages in the Hobonichi because I don't typically plan anything for those weekend days. If I'm doing any work, it's usually like recording videos or it's working on my actual word count. So I don't use those pages in the typical daily way, but what I do use them for is I set out on the Saturday page my to-dos for the entire week. So I'm kind of speeding up the recording here so you can see what I'm doing. But I basically use my 90-day plan, if you've seen that previous video, to figure out what my main priorities are going to be for the week. And then I just basically set out a to-do list or a priority list for what I'm going to get done. Like number 1 priority is I'm working on a book called Sacrifice Me. I've got to get the edits and rewrites done on that because the book is coming out in a couple of weeks. So my priority this week is to get that to my beta readers. Then also Heart Breathings, which is this channel. I want to get 2 new videos out, edit that, do that kind of stuff. So I've got my little to-dos there. Then I'm also working on paperbacks, and every once in a while you'll see me look back to last week's. I would say that I kind of use this like a bullet journal in a way. I used to bullet journal and I loved it, but I hated writing out the spreads all the time. So I feel like with the Hobonichi I can have kind of a happy medium that I can sort of bullet journal in a way on my weekly or daily pages, but I don't have to write everything out because it's kind of put into a structure for me. But okay, so you can see I've put out like paperbacks, that I want to get some of my old backlist titles into new paperback formatting. I'm also working on some marketing, like some Facebook ads and AMS ads and things like that. And then finally, I have some organizational tasks I really want to find a better way to track my time, like with an app. So if you guys have any suggestions on some really great apps to use, I would appreciate hearing about those in the comments. I've been trying to track my time in a simplified planner, but it just isn't working. I need something that I can carry with me all the time. So this is one time when I need something on my phone. Okay, so the Sunday page is where I keep track of any kind of numbers or stats that I want to look at. And right now I'm really focused on growing this channel, growing my social media and stuff for my author career. So I write out on the left side, I just sort of partition this into 2 columns. And on the left side, I write out the things that are things I want to do every single week, like taking Instagram photos or posting to Instagram. I want to have a blog post up both at sarracannon.com and heartbreathings.com every week. I want to, with my Heart Breathings posts, I have kind of a checklist. Like I need to have a featured thumbnail image, a Pinterest image, social, I need to share it to social media, post it to my blog, upload it to YouTube, etc. So I'm just kind of making a checklist, and you'll see that I go back later and add in with that Hobonichi stencil some check boxes to make it a little bit easier to see what I've accomplished so far for the week. Some other things on this list are my Coven, which is my Facebook group for Sarra Cannon. I like to post there at least 3 times a week and do a Facebook Live once a week. My newsletter, sending those out. I want to spend more time on Pinterest with Heart Breathings, just kind of like repinning some things that are relevant to authors to kind of grow, see if I can grow my Pinterest presence there. Then I am taking a course over the next 6 weeks called the Money Boot Camp with Denise Duffield Thomas. I've actually taken this a few years ago, but this is going to be her last live round. in 2018 because she's having a baby. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go through it again, which is all about money mindset. So I've got some check marks to work on Money Boot Camp every day, and I'm also really getting into A Course in Miracles. So I've got that I want to spend, at least 10 to 15 minutes reading and studying A Course in Miracles. And you'll see there I'm using the Fudenosuke brush pen to just kind of highlight those like shadows under the boxes. On the second part of the page, I am tracking all of my numbers. So this is where it's like for Sarra Cannon up at the top, I'm tracking how many likes I have on Facebook, how many followers on Instagram, people in my Facebook group, my newsletter, how many views I've had on my blog, and then I'm going to partition it again and track some similar things for heart breathings, like how many Facebook likes do I have, how many Instagram followers, YouTube subscribers, YouTube minutes, which is also another thing that they track for getting into the partnership program, my newsletter, blog views, and YouTube views. So I just write this out, and then at the end of every week, I go in and see kind of how much growth I've had so that I can see from week to week. Now, this is also probably something I should be tracking digitally to keep better track of it over time. But for now, I'm enjoying tracking it in my Hobonichi. I also here at the bottom put in my Wattpad for Death's Awakening. I've got a story currently running on Wattpad, and I'd like to keep track of like what my highest ranking is for that, which currently is 119. So I'm getting close to the top 100 there. Just kind of something new I'm trying. Okay, so now I am moving on to the actual weekly spread, and I don't actually look back so much on what I did, put down on that Saturday spread. I now have it very clearly in my mind, and the reason I started doing this was because I found that before, when I started planning my weekly spread, I was so focused on the actual like decorating of the page that I wasn't really spending enough time thinking about what I needed to actually get done. So starting out with a separate piece of paper where I write out everything that I really want to get done just gets my mind in the right place for figuring out exactly what I want to do. And so you can see here, I've just set down, I usually put a line of washi on the bottom, and then I do a little colorful accent, and then I don't usually use that little monthly view up there at the top on the left side. So I like to cover it with something cute or motivational, and I was using a sticker book that I got from Michael's that I think is just called like cute stickers. And so I pulled a coffee cup from there, and then now I'm using some of the stickers from this, I think it's a Heidi swap, and it's actually for the mink thing where you can actually gold foil like the black parts of this, but I don't have that machine, so I just wanted to use the stickers. And as you'll see, when I'm trying to pull some of them off, they don't actually come off really great, which might be why they were discounted to 99 cents. But they're still cute, so I use those. I'm putting down some arrows, and you'll see as I plan, like I'm not really somebody who plans every single day. I just kind of think in general what needs to get done and what pops into my mind first. So I just made like a little weekend tag up there to mark off Saturday and Sunday, and now I've put down a sticker that seemed to be a little bit like glossy, and I didn't want it to smudge, so I'm using a stapler Lumo color. If you have not gotten these stickers are really great. They are not stickers, the pins. They are water soluble, kind of like a wet erase marker, and it's so nice because you can write on washi tape and other like really glossy stickers, and it doesn't smudge. So that other thing you just saw me pull out is just a file folder that I have of stickers that I made for myself using a Cricut. I bought some different icons and things from Erin Bradley Designs on Etsy, which I will link for you below, and then I just made my own stickers, and I love it because then I don't have to like reorder and buy new stickers every time. So I have put down, that on Wednesday and Saturday I'm going to upload episodes 27 and 28, and as you can see, I'm just now getting to this one today. It was supposed to come out yesterday, so this one will go on Monday as well. I recorded this on Sunday, but I'm going to get it up on Monday. So I've got those two videos planned, and then on Friday morning is the day that I weigh in. I'm doing some program called Brightline Eating, so I weigh in every Friday, so I've got that up there. And now I'm just going in and writing out my actual writing time. So I have these little pencils that I put in and say how many words I want to get. And yes, even if you can't see that, I am saying like 6,000 and 7,000 words per day this week, but that is not all fresh writing. Some of that is edits and rewrites and things like that. So I don't typically write 6,000 or 7,000 words every day. I try to get at least 3,000. And then on Wednesday, I meet a group of local writers at a Barnes & Noble in North Charleston. And so I'm going to get hopefully 3,000 words there. And then I have just a little note to pick my son up from school that afternoon. I also took a little camera there, and I'm working on image creation. Now I've got these little appointment boxes and have marked off some different meetings that I have this week. And I've been kind of looking on Pinterest and trying to get some ideas for better frames since I write so much of my own stuff in. I do try to use stickers, but I also like to write stuff in and make it look good. So I just created kind of a little like cloud looking frame, and I'm writing some to-dos on there, just that I want to keep getting my word count done. I want to get all my social media done. I also marked that I'm waiting on an Amazon package, and I have some posts to do in an urban fantasy Facebook group. Then I saw, sometimes I go by like what stickers I pull out next. So I saw this plotting sticker and remembered that I need to do some plotting work on Saturday. So I'm kind of all over the place as I'm going through it. Okay, now down here along the right side, I try to put in my meal plan. Now I do actually use a separate planner for my meal tracking. Like I have just a classic Happy Planner that stays on my kitchen counter at all times. And every Sunday while I'm planning this, I also go ahead first and I plan my weekly meals because it's super, super important for me to stick with this bright line eating and continue to lose weight. And I'm not eating any flour or sugar. So I write down that meal plan, and I'm just writing down my dinners in my planner. So I remember when I'm looking at it, like, hey, what are we having tonight? So you can see I also just used the Goal Getter Planner sticker book from Me and My Big Ideas. I just pulled some things out because it has some of the similar colors. And on the left side there, I also like to write my top 3 priorities for the week, which is to finish Sacrifice Me and get it to betas, post 2 new videos, and I want to plan all my May content. So I've got that there. A little note to remind myself to relax in the evenings on Monday because it's going to be a big week. And also now I'm pulling out these little black stars to remind myself to post those chapters of Death's Awakening on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place in terms of the order I do things, but it works for my brain because if I'm doing Monday and I'm going to go ahead and put it on Monday, I might as well put every single day. And you can see I'm kind of looking back to last week to see if there's anything that didn't get done or that needs to get marked on here. So I pulled out this priority sticker and I'm just putting, okay, I definitely want to remember that I want to get this out to betas by Friday. So I'm just reminding myself there. I also am making a note that I am going to do a Facebook Live for my coven or potentially on my Facebook page, I'm not sure, to reveal the cover of Sacrifice Me Season 2. And then here I am also pulling out that same Hobonichi stencil. I use these little square check boxes on this stencil like 1,000 times a week, so I love it. And this stencil pops really nicely into the front of my traveler's notebook, which is really fun. So I just wrote a little to-do list about the paperbacks that I want to get done throughout this week. Now I put it on Tuesday because there was space, even though I might not actually get to it all on Tuesday and probably won't, but I'd like to get through it sometime this week. So I put it on that page, and then I took that little star and reminded myself that when they're done, I need to send them to Raven, who is my cover artist. So I've made another little box that says hello, and I am now going to kind of make a little list. Like here I am referring back to what I want to get done this week, and I'm just marking out that night after I get home from writing at Barnes & Noble with my fellow authors, I'm going to get another 4,000 words edited, and then I need to work on some Facebook ads and apply for May advertising. If you're an indie author and you are trying to figure out how to schedule your advertising, like it's a really good idea about mid-month, the month before you want the ads, to go ahead and start applying for them, because some places it's going to take you at least 5 or 6 weeks to get in and get a slot for the advertising. So I like to do it at least you know, a few weeks ahead, and right now I'm actually a little bit behind. So I would recommend doing it, you know, really at the beginning of the month before. But like I said, I'm running a little bit behind because of various deadlines. And okay, so now I am marking down the rest of what I want to do in terms of writing for the week and writing down some of my deadlines for when I'm sending different episodes of this to my beta readers. And I'm pulling out some more little, I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe next time I will sort of zoom in a little bit. But those were just some little letters, so like little envelopes that I mark to remind myself that I'm sending out a newsletter. And the pink one that I've put up on Wednesday is to send out my Heart Breathings newsletter. And then later I will also add one to Thursday that I want to send out my Sarra Cannon newsletter to announce my latest book release. The cover for that. I'm going to reveal it on Facebook on Tuesday night, and then I'll send it out. There's the little letter. I'll send it out to my newsletter on Thursday. I've also just made a little note about when I'm going to write a little bit more words on Thursday. And then on Friday, I've used this little My Happy Place banner that came with this sticker set, and I've put beach family time. We have gotten so used to going to the beach on Fridays after Andrew gets off of school, and it is so amazing. It's seriously my happy place. I've always wanted to live near the beach, and the fact that we're only a couple miles from the beach now is like a dream come true. So we try to go every Friday as a family, but I try to go several times during the week when I have some time, like after lunch or whatever, if the weather's nice. I won't be going today because it is so rainy, but I do like to go. So I've written another like word count sticker there and a little message to myself, don't give up, and drawn in some little like looks like tape there. Now I'm just going through some of my other sticker books. This one is the Me and My Big Ideas tiny sticker book, which I think is kind of misnomer, because I was thinking like when it says tiny that all of the stickers would be super tiny, and they're actually not. They're just normal big size. So I don't really know. I mean, they're icons, but I wish they were smaller and a lot more of them. But anyway, it is a pretty sticker book. So I was going through that trying to pick out something to use. So I use kind of, I guess, a mixture. Sometimes I find like something on sale and I like to use that. And then I have a lot of the Me and My Big Ideas sticker books that I use. And then I've got these like I use all the time. So this is a little laundry basket, and I've written laundry day because I do laundry every Sunday. Then I'm also just making another to-do list of things that I do every Sunday, like getting groceries, planning for the next week, and recording another episode for my YouTube channel. Then I've taken a movie night sticker, and I'm writing all the things that we watch, even if it's not movies. We watch Silicon Valley and Westworld on HBO, and then I'd like to pick a family movie on Sunday afternoon if there's time. Now, on Saturday, I'm also making just a little to-do list of the things I want to get done this weekend for Heart Breathings, like planning May's content and updating my website. And then I'm reminding myself of even more writing that needs to get done on Saturday. And like I said, these are still edits. I'm hoping to get my entire book off to my beta readers by Sunday. So I should have a little bit more to do on Sunday and then get it finally out to my betas. So that is how I plan my week. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Just kind of a little flip through of the past few weeks in my Hobonichi. If you'd like to see a full flip through of how I use my daily and weekly pages, let me know. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It has been so much fun, and if you'd like to see more videos on how I plan my life in a Hobonichi as a writer, then let me know in the comments and I will be happy to do that and to show more of these weekly plan with me's. And next time I'll try to zoom in a little bit closer so you can see it a little bit better. That is all for now, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.